Happiness is something that everyone strives for, but it can be elusive. Studies have shown that wealthy people are not necessarily happier than those who are not. What if we told you that there are proven techniques that can help you be happier? In this video, we'll explore the surprising psychology of happiness and tried and tested techniques that can guide you toward a more fulfilling life drenched in authentic happiness. We'll look at the latest research on what makes people happy and how you can apply it to your own life. So stick around and subscribe to the channel before we get into this. Now, what makes us happy and how can we cultivate more happiness? Science has a lot to say on this topic, and the research is surprisingly clear. Happiness isn't something that happens to us, it's something we create. One of the most surprising findings in the psychology of happiness is that our external circumstances have less impact on our happiness than we might think. Studies have shown that people who win the lottery or experience other major life changes aren't necessarily happier in the long run than those who do not. That's because our brains tend to adapt to our circumstances, even if circumstances are very good or very bad. Another surprising finding is that happiness isn't a fixed trait. It's something that can fluctuate over time and can be cultivated through practice. Also, the hedonic treadmill is the tendency for people to quickly return to their baseline level of happiness after experiencing positive or negative events. It's because our brains are wired to focus on the negative, which helps us to identify and avoid potential threats. Social connection is also essential for happiness. When surrounded by people who love and support us, we feel more secure and loved. It can lead to a boost in our overall happiness and well-being. Happiness is often categorized into two types: circumstantial and enduring happiness. Circumstantial happiness is tied to external factors such as getting a promotion, winning a game, or eating a delicious meal. These moments provide a temporary boost in happiness but are short-lived. In contrast, enduring happiness or life satisfaction is related to one's overall life assessment and remains relatively stable. People often equate happiness with the accumulation of material possessions, status, or success. However, this materialistic approach is a common misconception. Research by psychologist Martin Seligman suggests that happiness is more attainable through PERMA, or positive emotions, engagement, relationships, meaning, and accomplishments. Engaging in activities that encompass these aspects promotes genuine happiness. The surprising psychology of happiness demonstrates that pursuing happiness isn't just about momentary pleasure. It's about the quest for a fulfilling life. Research shows that happiness isn't solely determined by external circumstances, but by our interpretation and reaction to live events. It's about building resilience, cultivating gratitude, nurturing relationships, and finding meaning in life's ups and downs. Here are 10 proven techniques for a fulfilling life based on the latest research in positive psychology. Practice gratitude. Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools for boosting happiness. When we take the time to appreciate the good things in our life, no matter big or small, it shifts our focus from the negative to the positive. It can lead to a significant increase in our overall happiness levels. A study published in Psychological Science found that people who kept a gratitude journal for 2 weeks reported feeling happier and more satisfied with their lives than those who didn't. Take a few minutes daily to write down 3 things you're grateful for. It could be anything from your health and loved ones to a delicious coffee on a sunny day. Prioritize social connections. Loneliness can be a silent killer, taking a toll on your mental and physical health. Social connection is essential for happiness. When surrounded by people who love and support us, we feel more secure and loved. It can lead to a boost in our overall happiness and well-being. A 2010 study by Julianne Holt-Lundstad and Timothy Smith found that the negative impact of social isolation on one's health rivals that of smoking. Positive relationships provide a buffer against life stressors. Cultivate meaningful connections and watch your happiness quotient soar. Make an effort to spend time with the people you care about, whether going out for coffee, taking a walk in the park, or simply chatting on the phone. Set and pursue meaningful goals. Having something to strive for gives us a sense of purpose and direction. When we set and achieve meaningful goals, it boosts our self-esteem and happiness levels. Identify your passions and set achievable, meaningful goals that align with them. The pursuit of these objectives can provide a sense of accomplishment and fulfillment. It's not just about reaching the finish line. The journey toward your goals can also be a source of joy. When setting goals or missions, make sure they're specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. And don't forget to celebrate your successes along the way. Practice self-compassion. Many people are their harshest critics, which can undermine happiness. Practicing self-compassion means treating yourself with the kindness and understanding you would offer a friend. It involves acknowledging your imperfections and forgiving yourself for your mistakes. By doing so, you create a healthier self-image and reduce self-inflicted emotional harm. Limit screen time. In our digital age, excessive screen time, especially on social media, can harm happiness. Constant comparison with others and exposure to negativity can lead to strange feelings of inadequacy and anxiety. To boost your well-being, set boundaries on screen time and focus on genuine in-person connections. Live in the present moment. It's easy to get caught up in the past or the future, but the only moment that truly matters is the present. When mindful and present, we're more likely to appreciate the good things in our lives and experience true happiness. A study published in Psychological Science found that people who practiced mindfulness were happier and less stressed than those who didn't. There are many different ways to practice mindfulness. One simple way is to take a few minutes each day to sit quietly and focus on your breathing. Pay attention to the sensations of your breath as you inhale and exhale. If your mind wanders and overthinks, gently bring it back to your breath. Take care of your physical health. The state of our physical well-being has a big effect on the state of our minds. We feel better physically and emotionally when we eat well, work out daily, and get enough sleep. A study in the journal JAMA Internal Medicine found that people who got enough exercise met the government standards and were happier than those who didn't. Also, make sure you get 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night and eat lots of fruits, veggies, and whole grains. Work out for at least 30 minutes most days of the week. Savor life's small pleasures. Happiness often lies in the little things around us. Make an effort to savor life's small pleasures. Whether it's enjoying a delicious meal, feeling the sun's warmth on your skin, or relishing a good book, take the time to appreciate these moments. Small joys add up and contribute significantly to overall happiness. Seek professional help when needed. Sometimes, happiness can be elusive due to underlying mental health issues. Seeking help, such as therapy or counseling, is a crucial step toward finding lasting happiness. A mental health expert can provide guidance, tools, and support to address and manage issues holding you back. Cultivate meaningful relationships. Human beings are inherently social creatures. Nurturing meaningful relationships is crucial for happiness. Engage in deep, authentic connections with family and friends. Spend quality time with your most loved ones and try to communicate openly and honestly. Positive social interactions trigger the release of oxytocin, a hormone that fosters bonding and happiness. Challenge negative thoughts. We all have negative thoughts now and again, but it's important not to let them control us. When we challenge our negative thoughts, we can replace them with more positive and realistic thoughts. Challenging our negative thoughts can also help us to boost our self-esteem and confidence. One way to challenge your negative thoughts is to ask yourself if there's any evidence to support them. If not, try replacing them with more positive and realistic thoughts. For example, instead of thinking I'm going to fail this test, try to think I've studied hard and I'm confident that I'll do well. Forgive yourself and others. Holding on to grudges and resentment can weigh us down and make it difficult for us to be happy. When we forgive ourselves and others, we let go of the negative emotions and free ourselves to move on. One step towards self-forgiving is acknowledging that you, like everyone else, are fallible. Nobody is without flaws. The ability to let go of grudges and judge others fairly by putting yourself in their shoes. Remember, however, that forgiving others isn't an instantaneous affair, and it may take time before you can completely release your resentment. So that's all for today's video. Let's give it a wrap, but before that, do subscribe to our channel and like the video if you haven't done so yet. See you guys!